Hey friends, what's good, and welcome to, or welcome bike to, the Shuffle Circle. Tyler here, aka B-Girl Dern, and today I'm going to be breaking down the Shuffle Circle's first ever live online workshop choreography. So for those of you who weren't aware, the Shuffle Circle is hosting 4 live online workshops. The first one happened last Sunday, March 22nd, and the next one is coming up on this Sunday, and that'll be the second one out of 4. Bridget and I are alternating teaching choreography. So I'm breaking down what I taught on this Sunday, and if you want to join us next coming Sunday, Bridget is going to be breaking down something that she put together herself, while I'll be there sort of answering any questions. I'm actually really proud of how everything went down. We had a good amount of people, but we're still able to make it come off as very intimate because everybody had their cameras on. I'm actively asking you guys for thumbs up if we can move forward. You know, it's not just me like, hope everyone's on the same page, we're going to move forward. If not, you know, you'll be able to watch this later. It's really cool and interactive, guys, and we look forward to seeing how the next 3 Sundays are going to go. Maybe we can tack on some more classes if they go well. But yeah, guys, so with that being said, I'll include a link to Bridget's class this coming Sunday, and we'll hope to see everybody there for sure. And let's get into this choreography that I taught last Sunday. So our 4 choreography classes are going to increase in difficulty with each week. So this first choreography that I broke down is very much so based around the basic, lots of running mans and T-steps with very little variations. We're not jumping straight into extreme tricks, even though there is 1 or 2 good challenges for my beginner shufflers, but they're going to get more difficult as they go. So the track that we're using can be found on YouTube. It's Let's Go Dancing Again, the Eats Everything remix. The drop that we're going to use starts to come in around 2 minutes, and then it drops around 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So we're using the 5, 6, 7, 8 before the drop to create a little buildup before we give them our first stomp. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around and break this thing down from the bike so you guys won't have to mirror me. We're going to start with the right foot in universal transition point, and on 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to come in with this little 360 broken down into a couple moves. It's going to be a right left on 5, and we're going to step with the right on 6, step with the left on 7, and we're going to kick the right on 8. So notice also how I come up to transition point again after all those steps. So we start in transition point, I go right, left, I'm in transition point, right foot transition point, left foot transition point, kick, transition point before we hit the drop. So let's do that again. On 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to go on 5. Get yourself kind of bopping on 1, 2, 3, 4 so you don't have to burst into movement out of nowhere. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and we're ready for the drop there. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. So 1 360 kind of consisting of 3 moves. You want that kick to be a nice power move there because we're about to drop with the track. So for the first 8 count, we're going to do 4 running man, and then it's going to be T-step running man, T-step running man. So starting with the right foot, 4 running man. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Again, 4 running man, T-step running man, T-step running man. That's your first 8 count. I want to start on a nice simple note. I want to start with some heavy basics. I want you to be focusing on hard stomps there and high transition points. Get your transition points all at 90 degrees so those hi-hat hits are just as sharp as those running man hits. So let's do it all from the top. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to come in on 5 with our little right, left right there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, kick, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finish in transition point always. Let's do that one more time, and then we're going to move on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, kick, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. So from there, we finish in transition point. We're going to do a little hop over on 1, let the chest catch up on 2. Hop to the left on 3, let the chest catch up on 4. So there's a little sound effect there. It's like a little whoosh, whoosh. So we're intended to hit that on a whoosh, chest, whoosh, chest. So with the counts from here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Finishing this 8 count with the right foot. Right foot's gonna scoop up on 5. We're gonna set up for a little glide here. Switch feet on and. Plant the left on 6. Pull that right out on 7. Bring it together on 8. So we finished here after T-step running man, T-step running man. We jump 1, chest 2, jump 3, chest 4, right foot 5 and 6, 7, 8. So what ends up happening here with this glide is it ends up being a little jump as you scuff and prepare to switch. So play with that. You can get some air upward, you can get some air forward. If you just go straight up, it's gonna look like that. If I wanna go more forward, it's gonna look like that. So we finish by bringing it together on 8. So let's count it through all the way from the beginning, nice and slow a couple times, and then we'll try with the music a couple times up until that point before we move forward. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. We go 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. So we finish here together on 8. We're gonna bring this left foot up on and to throw down on 1, jumping to land on 2. So we go and 1, 2. Left foot only comes up so we have something to throw down into the floor, but it's very quick. And 1, 2. We're gonna do a little vibe out on 3. So I'm gonna go 3, but it's gonna change every time. And 1, 2, 3. From here, we're gonna do a little bit of a pattern. So what's gonna happen on the right will happen on the left. We're gonna go T-step, gallop to the side, running man. So the first move we do in the entire choreography is this forward gallop. If I show you facing the camera, it looks like this. What I'm talking about with a side gallop is I want the same thing to happen to the side. So this is our first move, and this is the side gallop we're working with now. So we went and 1, land 2, vibe 3, T-step, gallop, running man. Same thing other side, we're gonna go T-step, gallop, stomp. So close to the same thing. So this 8 count again. And 1, land 2, vibe 3, T-step, gallop, running man. T-step, gallop, stomp right beneath you. Left foot's gonna stomp right there, and that's 1. Let me count that 8 count through. So we go and 1, land 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1. One more time, count through this 8 count, and then we're gonna count it through nice and slow all the way from the beginning once. So we go and 1, land 2, vibe 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1. So we landed here on 1. We're gonna pivot to face the back on 2. It's gonna look like this. We go 2. So you want your feet to be more or less a very thin space in between them, not directly right in front of the other, but a small space in between. So again, we stomp 1, pivot 2. We're gonna do the same thing, stomp 3, pivot 4, left foot's gonna come up again. We're gonna finish this 8 count with running man. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, and always finishing in transition point, okay? So let's do the last 2 8 counts that we just added, and then we'll count it through all the way from the beginning and run it with music. So we're going from the throw down and jump on 1. So we go, and 1, land, 2, vibe, 3, T, gallop, run, T, gallop, stomp, pivot 2, stomp 3, pivot 4, run 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's do it one more time. I'll just count it. So from the jump, we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty, so we finished those running man with the left foot up. We're gonna do a little hit of a musicality moment. It goes boom on the 1. So we're gonna step back, but we're really gonna duck into that. So as opposed to just stepping and coming here, you're gonna really try to squat into that as you pull back up to transition point on the and. So it's just 1 and. It's just a step, but we're really squatting into that. So we go 1 and we're gonna do T-step, run, run. Same thing on the other side. Boom, T-step, run, but instead of another run, we're gonna go hop back to transition point on 8 and. So let me count that through. We go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and. So that's a really quick little hop. Again, just this 8 count. It went 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and. Let's go ahead and add the final 8 count before we start running it from the beginning. So we finished on 8 and. We're gonna do 4 running man into a little spin combo. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do a walking spin. So it's gonna be 2 steps to make up 1 360. So that's a right to face the back, left to face the front, always coming up to transition point in between everything. We go 5 and 6 and. We're gonna do a little jump to cross your feet up on 7, let it unwind on 8, and that's the end. So again, final 8 count, 4 running man, walking spin, X plant and spin. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Let that one go as long as you can. So let's kind of throw nice and slow all the way from the top a few times. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. We go 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump 1, hold 2, 3, hold 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. All right, guys, so I'm gonna pull this track up on YouTube, and I'm actually gonna perform it with you this way, and I'm gonna turn the playback speed down to 0.75. So this is something you can do by hitting the little 3 dots once the video comes up. Adjust the playback speed down to 0.75 of the regular speed, and I'm gonna count you through so you can hear the buildup. I'll admit right now it's a really tough buildup to hear out, but at the end of the day, if you just make sure that you're hitting your first stomp when the beat drops, the buildup part will come. It's just 4 counts, you'll feel it out. All I gotta say is, like I always do with all choreographies, even if you mess up, try to fall back on and hit the rest of it. Otherwise you miss the opportunity to sharpen the end, even though you messed up a little in the beginning. I said this on my Instagram story, you guys, choreographies are tough for freestyle-based dancers like shufflers because we're used to letting however many running mans and T-steps and whatevers go as we feel. And it's a lot harder than most people think to actually whip the brain into the kind of shape to where it can learn specific numbers of counts and spit them back out and then add their own flavor. That's a whole nother level of skill. But if you can manage to pull it off, you're whipping yourself into a much stronger dancer, somebody who's able to just watch and spit back out a lot faster. It's not a skill that comes overnight, again, like I said on my Instagram story, but it is worth working on if you love dancing. So we're gonna hit this at 0.75 speed. I'm gonna call out the counts as well, and then we are going to hit it at full speed a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go dancing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. right guys, let's run this one more time, full speed with my back to you. And then it's gonna be pretty much on you to make sure that all those little details are on the proper counts. You can pretty much make sure that's the case by verifying that all those climactic moments pretty much happen on an 8 and you're falling back into a power move on 1. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this choreography, please join us this coming Sunday for Bridget's first choreography on a live class via the Shuffle Circle. We are literally making history, guys. We are the first shuffle classes that are live ever, and we are super proud, honestly, of how some of this craze surrounding the pandemic has turned into so much creativity for all of us. It's a little bit of a beautiful thing, and I do want to encourage you guys to invite your friends to come be a part of our live workshops. We're always breaking down basics, talking about variations on basics, showing you more than just shuffling. We're talking about technique, we're talking about history, we're talking about variations in different styles. Because we love this thing so much and we want to share that passion and love with everybody who wants to learn more about shuffling. If you love something, even if it's just your hobby, you should know about it. Guys, one love from B and I. We can't wait to see you all next Sunday. And if you use this choreography, don't forget to tag us, friends, at the Shuffle Circle, hashtag the Shuffle Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.